Hello. That moment when you say hello and your mic's off, so you have to say it as soon as you turn the mic back on. That's good stuff. Uh, this is Phantom Pain. Logging into server. I'm gonna be muted when big cutscenes come up, so I'm gonna do that like now. A cutscene basically happens right away, but there is like loading screens. Cutscenes come up. Oh, do not play my voice through the mic again.
Mayday! Mayday! Controls unresponsive. Tower, do you read? Shit. Comms are down.
Uh-oh, it's copywritten music time. Ooh. So this is starting out basically after the explosion of Ground Zeroes, which I streamed. For a little bit, I'm going to be talking and figuring out if this is like good enough audio level. While this music plays that I do not own, obviously. It seems fine. Let's turn it down a little bit. I think it's clear that the biggest struggle in this Let's Playing business is audio, matching audio with each other. So it seems fine. You can move around, by the way. It's not something where you can't do anything, but like, what's the difference, really? Yeah, the audio is good. So, I'm going to now put the... Get in there. Thank you. Now I can hear the game. Not that you need to really know that. Now, one more thing to test, and that's going full screen. And it seems fine. Oop. Alright, now the game's actually starting.
Werkzamer.
Thanks for getting rid of my copyright issues. Which I don't know if I'll even have a problem with that. But I might.
V has come too.
V has come too.
I'm honestly, to be honest, like I didn't even realize that played in the beginning version of this mission. So this is the only time you ever see this start screen, so I hope you get, I hope you enjoy it while it's there. Let's go to options first. I don't think there's like anything to change here. So audio guidance is annoying, to be honest. I'm gonna turn this down a lot. Audio guidance is annoying, but I'm gonna keep it on for like the first couple missions and then turn it off, just for people to hear it. Let's make sure this is reverted. Let's see. Do they even call command confirmation mode? Okay. Call button, release the call button to use selected command. Oh, okay. So, nothing really there. Camera settings. Alright, Y-axis I want to be reverse. Because that's just how I got used to this game, and for some reason I can't learn anything else. So, I'm gonna keep it like that. Display. Subtitle. What? Subtitle display foreign only. I'm gonna turn on all subtitles, just in case you can't really hear the game that well. And okay, that's all seems fine. I already looked at this. I don't know why. Yeah, sure. Game settings. I looked at that too. This is why you need to go in order. I don't need to change screen brightness. I actually already did that. Graphics settings. Frame rate, auto. You can only lock it at 30 FPS. That would be pretty awful. Depth of field enabled. Model detail high, textures high, shadows. I don't really care. Do you? And that's it. That's all I really care about doing. Alright, let's go ahead and start then. Alright. 3 days after awakening.
Who is man? Who is man? Can you hear me? Are you having difficulty speaking? Can you move your head?
Yes.
Just nod.
I am.
You can hear me.
In my opinion, this is pretty radical nodding. I don't think you can interpret this any other way.
Look up, please.
Why? I guess just to make sure you weren't nodding coincidentally.
Very good.
Very good. Like I'm a
How do you
fucking
feel
baby.
now? Can you speak? What is your name? When were you born? Can
Alright,
you recall?
so I guess I choose this stuff now. Oh, he can speak, I guess. So I gotta put my name in. Wait, do I type? I do type. I'll just put my name in. Actually, I'll put the channel name in, I guess. I don't know. Okay. It wouldn't let me enter it. My birthday is July 4th. Believe it or not. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, there we go.
Good. Now then. Please try to relax. There is plenty of time.
Okay.
I need to tell you something. Please listen and try not to panic. You've been in a coma for quite some time.
Now,
Yes, I know. You would like to know
I have
how
a
long.
problem with this part.
I'm
Okay.
afraid it's been 9 years.
In my opinion, you should probably just tell him that when he's already up and better, you know?
Calm down.
Like, maybe you should break the news
Try not to panic.
when panicking isn't going to cause
Wait a second.
uh,
Try not to panic.
crazy heart palpitations.
You'll be all right.
Maybe after some therapy, I don't know, but maybe not directly after waking up from a coma.
It's been 1 week since you came to. Now, let's try getting you out of that bed. Nurse. Don't worry. You've lost some strength, but we've been maintaining your muscle mass through massages, CPM therapy, and EMS.
Oh, goody.
Now, I need to explain something to you, but you mustn't be alarmed.
Again. Well, I guess
9 years ago,
there's no point in waiting for this.
in an explosion. Upon examination, we discovered 108 foreign bodies embedded within. In addition to shrapnel, we also found fragments of human bone and human teeth.
Where did the
Most of it
teeth
was
come
removed.
from?
But some of the fragments still remain. They are located near your heart and near your skull. Look at this. The fragments are lodged deep within your cerebral cortex. We couldn't give you an MRI, the metal you see. But even if we were to extract it, you would most likely suffer
Look at that horn.
a brain hemorrhage. Mental and physical impairment are unavoidable. However, your current status is not life-threatening. One more thing. This X-ray is of your upper body. You better look now. Best to understand your situation.
Uh-oh. Where's my arm?
I know it's difficult, but please look down.
Where's my arm
Best
at?
to see with your own eyes. Be brave. No, Sakoma. Grigor,
Ay, caramba.
try to calm down. Calm down. Calm down. It's gonna be okay.
No!
Yes, yes. Calm down. Yes,
It's not that big of a deal losing your arm.
yes.
Hello.
It's true. There are those who wish you would never woken up. You should be dead, but you're not. The wheels are in motion. Your enemies are everywhere. We must alter your appearance immediately. Otherwise, I fear you won't leave this place alive. It's a wide open world out there, so there's something we need to take care of first.
Why does this actor remind me of someone?
I'm going to change your appearance. We have no other choice. What you look like, however.
Okay, so now we select the avatar, and honestly, I don't know what to fucking do. Like, look at this shit. It's all boring, you know? I just don't like the models of this in this game. I don't know. I don't like choosing avatars that look realistic, I think, is my problem. I just don't like it. So... And there's not much room for creativity. So... I don't know. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I don't care. Yeah, sure. It really doesn't matter. It only comes into play at the end.
Very good. Now let's remove these bandages.
I don't really have room to make a interesting
Your
or
face
funny
must
looking
feel nice.
avatar.
To tell you the truth, these bandages were more for your protection. To hide you from those who want you dead. As of today, your name is Ahab. Forget everything. Your name,
Oh!
your past.
Ah. Uh-oh. Teehee? I wonder who you're hiding. I also wonder why the fuck you showed me those photos.
This is you, as you've lived until this day. Tomorrow, it becomes your phantom.
I like how we're just like having to stare at ourselves while this is happening. Give me that gun! Give it to me! Man, this game is loud.
Not yet. The patient in the next bed saw my face. Of course. Consider it done.
Of course. I'm like listening to the audio again because it sounds weird. So just watch the cutscene. pay attention to this face. I have a hook for a hand.
Okay, have time to go. What happened to the woman? The woman? We gave her a light. She took the short way down.
No.
Am I? You're talking to yourself.
Duh.
Been watching over you for 9 years. You can call me Ismail. What the hell is going on? Well, the good news is you're in the land of the living. Bad news? The world wants you dead. On your feet, soldier. The whole place is coming down.
Alright, here we go. We're about to start the very long prologue.
Nothing like a little digoxin to get you back in the game. Come on!
So, in the beginning, we start out as the weakest kind of person you could be. Someone who just woke up from a 9-year-long coma and can barely use their body. Which I thought was like amazing when I started. When I played this game for the first time, I was like, "Oh my god. That's so fun." And this whole prologue is like one of the best intros to a game ever. As far as I'm concerned. The only thing I missed out on was playing Ground Zeroes first and missing the context as to why we're in a coma. I was like, why have I been in a coma for 9 years? What happened? But I sort of got the gist. I mean, I saw things online about Ground Zeroes. I was like, okay, well, something must have happened in there that put me in a coma. Anyway, we can see an ass through that, but I'm gonna try to avoid getting my stream taken down. So as far as I can tell, the audio is fine. I'm gonna check every time a cutscene happens if the frames are dropping. Because I tried to increase the bitrate. And that might hurt my stream a little bit, but should be good, I don't know. Ew. Ew. What the fuck is in that? Is that a garbage can? Wait, what is that? I was looking at that instead of this. Which, that... If you looked at that hallway, it's actually really cool lighting, but I instead took the opportunity to look at a trash can leaking fluid. That is a boy. A quote-unquote boy. Pay attention to the jacket he's wearing. And the arm that we do have is useless now, so now we're even weaker. How am I supposed to calm down? A giant human on fire just tried to kill me. Hey, look at that. It's an ad for the game we're playing. On the fucking wall. Is that like part of our subconscious? I don't know. It's just dumb. It's not anything, it's just an Easter egg. Fucking idiot.
Hold up, let's fix this.
This isn't going to be pleasant.
Next time, do it yourself.
Don't tell me what to do.
Hide from the enemy. Over there. Let's go.
I really want to know, like, why they thought they needed a smoke grenade. They're hunting down, like, patients in a hospital.
Get down.
Alright. We just gotta follow him, easy peasy.
Help me, please.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why don't you, like, look? Ugh. I know the mask makes it a little bit harder, but, like... Well, that's not that crazy, but, like, look what happens in a minute. That should give me away, like, right away. But doesn't.
Let's move.
Alright, look. Regardless of smoke, anyone can see that he's grabbing onto someone under the bed. But the soldier's like, let me drag away this person I already shot to, for some reason, kill him over here. Like, okay. And then, you know, is about to inspect, and then gives up. That part has always, like, weirded me out. Like, why did that happen the way it did? I don't know. Sorry for being nitpicky, it's just... I can't help but think those things when I see that. Press the stance button.
Don't get caught in those searchlights.
Okay.
Here they come. Hurry.
Whoa, shit. Oh. Oops.
Don't you die on me.
Damn.
They have
For some reason I didn't notice.
press the stance button to stand up.
I guess I gotta wait. I don't know.
Don't get caught
Behind
in those
this
searchlights.
wall. Right here.
Here they come. Hurry. Now.
Okay. I don't know what I did different, to be honest. But whatever. Oh shit. Oh shit. Why'd you stop? Yes, L to dash, thank you. Egads.
Move. Go.
Where are we going? Or watch this guy. And that's why we follow this guy, Ishmael. Now, if we keep going down here, you'll notice something. There's a bunch of guards heading up that way, so we gotta head back up here.
I'm Agricola. Come on.
What's happening out there?
It's all right. We'll be okay.
I can't see what's happening. Do you hear that? What's going
So we
on?
gotta shove our way up.
Oh, close kid.
Being very rude.
Hey,
I can't see what's happening.
what is that? What's happening out there? Is anybody
That looks like our guy.
You should be okay.
There's a bare ass, for one thing.
Hear them coming?
Stop looking at the ass! So here's a pretty cool part. We have to evade searches of these very, very incompetent guards. I don't even have to criticize them because it's pretty pathetic. I'm just gonna stay under this bed. Excuse me, throat. You gonna do something? So long as you stay under this bed, you're good. Oh, I am not under the bed. There we go. They mostly search on the left side. But they do go into there, so... Oh, hi. I didn't realize you were there. Look, it's PS1 graphics. I should have took allergy medicine before this. Uh-oh. I guess just stay still. Alright, now we can move. Actually, the game won't let you move. But, whatever.
Anything? Negative. He came in here. Keep looking.
So that reveals to us they're looking for us specifically.
This way.
So now we have to get up and go. Hello, do not make me walk it. Game, hello.
We're sitting ducks. Blend in with the bodies. Get down on your stomach and crawl.
Get down on your stomach and crawl. Get out of my way.
If you move, we're done for. Play dead. Freeze. Don't move.
Yet another example of how stupid these guards are. The only two bodies that aren't coated in blood, and they don't immediately inspect them. Dude, why'd you pull out a fucking missile? Put that thing away! Just kidding. They don't have link pockets anyway. Why'd they bring one? Again, they're like, let's not bother to check the non-bloody bodies on the floor. It wouldn't be a Metal Gear game without piss or shit jokes. Why are we here just to suffer? Apparently. By the way, if I, like... I don't have chat showing because this game is like an HD game, so... If I say something random, it's because I'm responding to chat. Oh, there's Daddy.
Grenade! Take this!
Apparently not. Why don't you roll yourself in Ishmael's piss? Put yourself out. I don't know. If I had to choose between dying from fire to dying from slamming my head onto the concrete a few stories below, I would probably just pick the latter. Out of panic, if anything. Let me know if the audio is bad, by the way. For anyone watching this in post, you can watch the chat live replay, see what I am responding to. Yeah, that's gonna help. Well, we're toast. Alright, we gotta fix ourselves here.
We better stop and treat that injury.
I would not know how to do that if I had a dislocated joint. I would just straight up not be able to pop it back into place. I don't know how to do that. I've never had to do it before anyway. Maybe it's intuitive, I don't know.
We'll have to take the stairs down.
God damn it, Leaf Sapphire, don't spoil the game. We don't learn until mission 36 that this guy's a patient at this hospital. Like, how are we supposed to know other than a cutscene that tells us that he's a patient at this hospital? Other than what he's wearing, and also that he's a patient at this hospital. CQC. 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 I like how I just run into things. Wait, is there another person coming? No? Okay, finally we get a weapon. Thank fuck, because I'm getting straight up tired of not having the ability to do anything. Alright, so now we learn how to use a gun. Now let's actually, like, take our time and make sure I...
Down the A button to aim, then press the attack button to fire.
Oh wow, really? Thanks. Ugh. Hurry up, man. There we go. Okay, so. Ouch. You're pretty good. I thought you were gonna take the right, but you didn't. I like how I'm, like, very weak and with no armor, but I still, like... is this better? I don't know, should I take that? No, I like this gun more. Even if I have less ammo.
I'll run interference.
Don't throw the suppressor, those things are invaluable. You could literally throw anything on the ground and you wasted a suppressor. Bitch ass. Okay, so... does anything happen if I shoot that tank on his back? I really need to know. Oh, no. Nothing indeed happens. What the fuck? You have a helmet, but you're still gonna... Ooh. Hello. Somehow the helmets don't protect them at all. I don't really know how, but okay. There we go. Is there anyone else? I actually want to go out of my way to shoot them all, but... there's another one. Okay, that's all of them. Now, before I continue the mission, I want to actually see if there's more weapons to get. I don't know if there is. Doesn't seem like it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go. Retro. How are you alive? I killed all of you. Psycho Mantis. Metal Gear. Man on Fire. Those are very dainty walks. With loud noises. Man on Fire. Metal Gear. Brother. What? Now I think I get something if I try unloading a bunch of bullets into this guy, so I'm going to do that. Before I continue. Oh, I walked into fire, that's very smart. Oh. Well, I don't know if I did enough, but I also don't know if that's this mission or where we redo the mission later. I don't think it's this mission, but I could be wrong. God damn! That's very gory. That's like the most gory this game gets, though. Actually, no, it isn't. There's literal intestines. Never mind. The tank's like, fuck this. Just gonna crush him, I guess. I don't know who's in that tank or what the fuck they're trying to accomplish, but I would just get the hell out of there. Or use water, like, figure out a way to use water. Get a fucking fire truck. Which probably are not nearby anyway, I don't know. Point being, I wouldn't try to ram it. You've been asleep again for 9 years. Why bother? We know what happens. But okay.
Get in!
See, there's is that a fire truck? They got too close. Not a good idea. How the fuck are we still alive? Ah. And I oop. Well, he's gone. Just left me here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What the fuck? Flaming whale. I always forget that part for some reason. So stupid. Oh. I don't know if I can do this. This part was always hard.
Get on! I'm on your side! Hurry! Hurry! Hang on!
Shit.
Use this! Watch our backs! Shoot him!
And boom. Alright, so I don't know when is the best opportunity to shoot him. I just sort of do it whenever he gets close, because this is a shotgun. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Vulnerable when you reload! Fire just as he's about to attack!
When he's just about to attack, okay. Thankfully, the game just straight up tells you. Shit, 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 shit. Bad time to reload. Fuck, 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 fuck. Okay. Reload now. Back from the dead, huh? Seems he already knows who the fuck he is. So I guess he misses if I shoot him at the right time. What? Alright, I guess that is it. I feel bad for this horse. Oh shit! I thought that was over! Fuck! Ah. Reload now, reload now. Oh fuck, 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 fuck. Do it! Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it! Alright, I did it. It's actually not as hard as it feels. They go pretty easy on you. Right as I say that. Poor horse. Not only does it got humans riding on its back, it's also been lit on fire. Ooh, I got an S rank? That's surprising. I died once and, huh. I'm honestly shocked that I got an S rank from that. Psychomantis.
Come on.
He's not there.
Ocelot. Big boss. You know who I am. A certain man gave me a job to do. Two, actually. First was to get you out of that hospital. Second was to rescue the man himself. You remember? Your partner 9 years ago, Kazuhira Miller. 9 years back, your private army came under attack by Cypher. You were considered dead. Until today, that is, when Cypher found you. And it's not just them. The whole world wants you dead. You'll have to join up with Miller. Build that private army of yours one more time. It's your only chance. First, we need to save Miller. He's in Afghanistan.
Afghanistan?
What, you can't keep up with world affairs in a coma? 4 years ago, the Soviets invaded Afghanistan. The Muslims are fighting back with Western support. Miller was training Mujahideen rebels when he was captured by the Soviets. The Reds' 40th Army. Troop strength somewhere around 100,000. squad holding Miller set off near the Pakistan border yesterday. Now, in 3 days, they'll reach the Soviet garrison. They'll be interrogated for a few more days, and it's off to a lager. Or left to rot in a ditch on Afghan soil. I give him 2 weeks. The job didn't mean anything to Miller. He only took it on to keep you safe. Well, there's our ride. It's a whaling ship. Had a pretty good deal on her once the IWC started raising a stink. Now, 7 days to Port Qasim, another 3 overland. So we won't have much time once we're there. Don't take too long getting used to your new self. Hang on. Ha!
And this is where the game actually begins. The prologue is over. Now, I think it's fair to say that it's pretty clear how good that prologue was. I love it so much. It made such an impression on me that I actually like going through it every once in a while. Okay, so while we're on this trip, he actually starts, you know, rebuilding his muscle, getting used to his body, taking drugs, shooting up. He's like, put this on yourself, bitch. And then he gets used to his new arm. Prosthetic. Am I the only one who thinks it looks dumb having a watch on it? I would just put the watch on my real arm. Okay, so we just got a bunch of cassettes, and you know, I'm going to listen to them, but I don't know when. Probably after the first mission, because the first mission takes a little bit of focus to actually do well. And we'll have time on Mother Base to do that, so...
Under total Soviet control. Miller's been captive for 10 days. Not much time left.
Weather will clear shortly.
Storm's passing. Getting used to it?
Prosthetics are pretty cool. I'm really glad they added it to this game. It's one of the best features of this game.
After 9 years on ice, solo infiltration of the Soviet main ground forces. Should be the perfect one. Kazuhira Miller is being held in Dawandehar to the north. Check its location now. Take out your eye droid.
Okay.
You see Wandy on the map? That's where they're keeping Miller. Only problem is we don't know his exact location. Finding it is your first priority. Got your binoculars? Or should I say your scope? See the village? Straight ahead? Alright, that's the village. If you see something through the binoculars and you need more information, just give me a call. I'll tell you anything I can about it. That's Violo Village. The Violo Collective.
What's that shining thing? Is that a diamond?
Evacuated a while back. Since then, it's become a base for the Soviets' 40th Army. A few days ago, Miller was taken through there, en route towards Dawandehar. You may be able to pick up the trail there. It's worth a shot. Put a marker on it so you don't lose track of where it is.
Okay.
Marker placed.
Now you won't have to worry about getting lost along the way. You can't have much left in him. I give him 3 days, tops. If we fail, he dies. We lose our chance of revenge. But we need more intel. You just go charging into Dawandehar, you'll be putting both your lives at risk. See what you can find out first. The Soviets have other outposts, not just the one you saw. Afghanistan is a big place. I expect you'll become quite familiar with those binoculars as you plan your next move. How and where you make it, well, that's up to you. From here on out, you're on your own. You're a legend in the eyes of those who live on the battlefield. That's why you have to handle this mission yourself. Put those 9 years behind you, and return as Big Boss. That's how Koss would want it. I'll be sending additional intel by radio. Stay sharp. Not one of Miller's bodyguards survived. And they were good. All we found on the scene were their corpses and knees. You'll be missing them. And you're his only hope of getting them back. Now go! Let the legend come back to life.
And now it starts. So, before we actually go anywhere, I want to show you Smugmay Keep.
Why don't you do a little more practice in those ruins? Shooting, taking cover, climbing obstacles. See to it that 9-year gap doesn't slow you down.
Yeah, so there's a few things here you can actually get that I think Ocelot left for you, because look at that. Like, what's that supposed to be, huh? Clearly, that's items I'm supposed to get, and someone left them there. Oh my god. Okay, well. So wish me luck doing this mission, because, I have a tendency to fail. What? Alright, well, what's this? What the hell is that? Whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it. There's actually one thing here you want to get. And if I can just get up there. For one thing, there's your first medicinal plant.
Even the sheerest cliffs are climbable if there are cracks you can use as handholds.
And if you climb up this crack,
Some unexpected routes that way.
you'll get this diamond.
Keep an eye out for cracks on your travels. That's a rough diamond. Good find. It'll fetch a high price.
So that's one way to make money in this game, is collecting diamonds. Which I think, if I'm not mistaken, is what I saw through the binoculars? So now we can actually go. So let's head on out. Now there's actually a way to be stealthy on this Horth, and that's by pressing X, you sort of cover behind it. Hopefully I won't need to do that. I'm just gonna head straight towards the A and avoid this village. In terms of completing the tasks of each mission, I'm not going to do that when I first play the mission. I'm going to do that if I want to and if it's important, and after, you know,
You're almost at the enemy
beating the
outpost,
mission
Village.
in the first
The village
place.
is crawling with enemy soldiers.
You can always redo a mission,
Start with
except for a
something
couple.
Is there anywhere that overlooks the village?
There's no need to do that. I'm just gonna leave.
How about it? Can you see the village from there? Youth, look at where the enemies are stationed. Look at their gear. Take it all in. There should be a command post somewhere.
Is
See
that
buildings
just-
with tighter security? If there are clues to Miller's whereabouts, I'll bet you can find them in there.
I don't need that. I thought the shining thing was a diamond, and there might still be a diamond, but ooh, there's a diamond. Here we go. That wasn't a challenge task, but diamonds are always good to pick up if you see them. Especially in the beginning.
Extraction arrived.
But anyway, I'm just gonna head on up. Head on up. The best way to get money really is to complete missions and side ops. So, you know, if a diamond is way too out of the way, the only reason you would bother going for it is if it's
Anytime you need advice, just give me a call.
Marker removed.
a large diamond. Large diamonds are very much worth it. Alright, be careful, make sure I'm not like running right into a base camp. You'll come to find that I'm overly familiar with this game. I'm not like a pro. Like, I haven't S-ranked everything or anything, but I have played this game multiple times. So I sort of know a few secrets that helps me do it a bit easier. This isn't going to be a playthrough where I tell you how to do things in the best way possible. I'm just going through it. So now I'm already here, and you have 3 days to complete this mission, so you can take your time, but
You've reached one day.
Destination.
Miller is being held somewhere in that town. But we don't know exactly where he is. You can keep gathering intel or make an entry into the town now.
so I know exactly where he is. Let's go ahead and try marking some enemies if I can find them. There's one.
That's marking. Focus on a thread and it'll be marked automatically. You can mark enemies and vehicles by zooming in with your binoculars or camera. Once they're marked, you'll also see their positions on the map.
So marking is the most important part of retconning? Reconning. Because, especially for me, I have a problem with running into the enemy accidentally and getting caught. And that's just no good.
That rodent is a gerbil. Don't worry.
Apparently I saw a gerbil. Don't worry, it can't hurt you. As if I was, like, worried about it. Dickhead. So is there gonna be an enemy coming out of here? I feel like this game sort of influences you to go in through the worst way possible. So when I first played this game, I went in through the left side there, and all the way up and through the village where all the enemies are, which is not what you really want to do. Miller is being hid in that building, or, you know, one of these buildings. So, you know, you want to come up through here. There's also less enemies over there, but it's also just going to be hard your first time either way. Mark him. Come on. You can do it. Alright. Is there anyone else? There you are. I don't know if that's it or not. Obviously, there's a limited amount of soldiers here.
Territory. I heard once that some indigenous peoples in Canada and Alaska deify the common raven as a totem.
There's no point in capturing animals yet, so I'm not going to. Seeky see. Seeky see. Metal Gear. Psycho Mantis. Sorry if I overdo it with the Metal Gear Solid memes. So, we have a night vision goggles, and they look absolutely awful. Especially in the day. So, I probably won't be using them. We only have 2 guns.
That's a type of medicinal plant. Bring it back to base. It's sure to be useful sometime.
I like how you don't tell me what it is, because it's my first plant. Alright, so that musical cue means you're close to the enemy. There are enemies in the area that you are now in. I feel like I marked just about everyone who is going to be outside.
Not a civilian in sight. The Soviets have taken complete control of the place.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably hope that they evacuated this tiny village if they're going to occupy it. Ooh, more medicinal plants.
Black carrot. It's something of an ancestor to the domestic carrot. It's also a favorite of wild animals.
I wish he told me what it was used for, because you do need to collect these to keep up your supply of them for certain drugs, but I don't know which drug it actually helps. He does tell me what this one is used for, which we're about to hear. Ooh, do I see someone? Nope, that's a doorway. Door frame. Okay.
The wormwood, also known as absinthium. That's used to make your phantom cigars.
Absinthe. That's apparently the drug we're doing when we smoke phantom cigars. Which we do have a supply of, and I haven't used yet. Basically, it just makes time go by faster, so you can wait until night or day or whatever you want to spend time on. So, I'm gonna climb up here, that'll probably help me out. And there's an enemy I didn't track before, and there's another one who I think will come out. Are you gonna... Okay, apparently you're not going to do what I want you to do.
Sun will set shortly.
Alright, I need y'all to look at that wall for a second. I'm gonna just sneak by ya. Now, if I haven't marked everyone, I'm going to be frankly surprised.
That's tarragon, a type of medicinal plant. It contains trace amounts of a benzodiazepine derivative that's the active ingredient in pentasmin.
So there's another diamond there. Okay, so basically Kazuhira is in this building in front of me, so I'm gonna have to distract these guards. Go out there. I want this guy to walk out of the building. We don't have anything on the mother base shit. Ooh, there's another guy. Look. Okay. We should be good now. Uh-oh. That's not good. I'm gonna have to be careful here.
Those materials are already processed. They should come in handy sooner or later. Why not start gathering them?
Whew. Okay. Now, here's Miller.
God. No use for me, huh? Guys, it's me. I'm here to get you out. Snake. They do something to your eyes? No, it's just bright as all.
Snake takes the time to put on sunglasses. Even though we're in, like, enemy territory and it's a bad idea.
What took you so long? We'll talk, but not here.
Extraction arrived at mother base.
Alright, be careful not to walk into anything.
I'll send the chopper to get you out. Make your way to the RV. You can check the location on your iDroid.
Mission info has been updated.
Uh-oh. This isn't good.
Nature hasn't slowed you down one bit. Not so heavy anymore, right?
Sneak around, sneak around. Don't worry, I'm not here. Don't worry, I'm not here. Okay, whew.
Watch your words, boss. I've been waiting 9 years to hear them. Kept you waiting, huh? Come on. Say it for old time's sake.
You know where you're headed, boss? If you place a marker on the map, you can keep track of where you want to go even when the map's closed.
Okay, I actually want to not have the landing zone be there, but I don't think I have a choice. So
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
before you go any further, you want to call D-Horse. It's just gonna make this whole process easier. Apparently you have to come back to this mission to change the LZ.
Stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived.
But whatever. Let's go into the quote-unquote helicopter. This obvious bait.
Ahab, do you read me? This is Pequod. There's a gas covering the LZ. We can't land. Pulling back.
Gas.
That's not gas, buddy.
It's them. Boss, watch out. It's the skulls. Don't let them find us.
Extraction arrived at
Whatever that mist is, it's all around you. We can't
So I'm gonna try heading this way.
I'm changing the RV.
No, I can't.
The mist.
So I can't go that way
We waiting.
for some arbitrary reason. I don't really get why. So one of the tasks is not to get detected by these skulls. But like they walk towards you, they block all the entrances. I don't know how to do that without changing the landing zone. So I'm just gonna head out. I'm pretty sure they make sure you are detected just to see this.
Run, boss. You've got to lose him.
Anyway, run towards the landing zone. They're gonna run after you. The main thing is don't get shot by Kaz. I mean, don't let Kaz get shot. Kaz is not going to shoot you. I would also avoid, like, towns and shit. Stop hitting me. They're too fucking fast, man.
support helicopter has arrived.
And I lost them, so they're no longer a threat.
The mist is cleared, and it looks like they're gone.
So now all we gotta worry about is soldiers maybe seeing us. Which I'm not sure if there are any.
Those things. That's the unit that attacked us before. They came at us real fast in the same kind of mist. Ah, man. Survivors from 9 years ago were wiped out in minutes. I don't know what they want, but it's them. No mistake.
All right.
Mission
Put Miller in.
updated.
Alright. That went pretty well, I'd say. I didn't kill anyone, and I didn't really get caught. Though someone did see me. It could have went better, but it also wasn't that bad.
Missions. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
A, huh? So I didn't get perfect stealth. A's not bad. But you really want to go for S, I guess. And here comes a long cutscene.
We're headed for the Seychelles. That's where our new home is now. Hey. That was some operation we had, huh? 9 years ago. Carving out our own world. Making our own future. And they took it away. I'm gonna rebuild it. Make a new place. Together. That we can call home. Yeah, we were dogs, all right. Slinking around out of Cypher's sight. Digging up whatever kind of dirty money we could find. You name it. We did it. You see this? Diamond Dogs. Our new home. A phantom of our former selves. Triumph. Death. We weren't allowed either. Yeah. I remember it all.
Referring to the events of Ground Zeroes. This is why Kaz is completely disabled. Not completely, but you know. Lost his vision, lost his arm because of having to do missions after the events of Ground Zeroes. Played us like a damn fiddle!
It all ends soon, exactly as I planned.
Snake. Why are we still here? Just to suffer. Every night, I can feel my leg, and my arm, even my fingers. The body I've lost, the comrades I've lost, won't stop hurting. It's like they're all still there. You feel it too, don't you? I'm the one who got caught up with Cypher. A group above nations, even the US. And I was the parasite below, feeding off Zero's power. They came after you in Cyprus. In Afghanistan. Cypher just keeps growing. Swallowing everything in its path. Getting bigger and bigger. Who knows how big now? Boss. I'm gonna make him give back our past. Take back everything that we've lost. And I won't rest until we do.
Approaching Mother Base.
Our new mother base. I don't know how long it'll take, but I'll make it bigger, better than before. Gosh, what should I do? Boss, tell me. Tell me like you used to.
changed, boss. We pull in money, recruits, just to combat Cypher. Rubbing our noses in bloody battlefield dirt. All for revenge. The world calls for wet work, and we answer. No greater good. No just cause.
Cause.
Cypher sent us to hell. But we're going even deeper.
I know. I'm already a demon. Heaven's not my kind of place anyway.
Dogs of war for 9 whole years. That ends today. Now you're not sleeping, and we're not junkyard hounds. We're diamond dogs.
I like how he just like sneaks up behind Kaz and just puts on a mask like, here.
Let them talk. We can crush Cypher, boss. And you can build the army that can do it.
Just one thing, Kaz. This isn't about the past. We're fighting for the future.
Alright, so here's our second mission, which is just tutorial mode. Basically. I can't skip it. Not that I would really care to be honest.
Boss, there's something I want. You came. This base belongs to you.
What? Did I skip a dialogue?
Like any organization, we need good people, and we need to make good use of their talents. Miller asked me to lay that out for you. Start bringing people in. Use this. It's a Fulton recovery device. When you're in the field, use it to extract any soldiers or prisoners you want back here. And we'll see if we can't persuade them to join the ranks of Diamond Dogs. Go on. Test it out on the staff here. Anyone you want. Now approach him and extract him. Out like a light.
I don't like how it takes money away for doing this, considering I'm just bringing them back right back here, but whatever.
Extraction
complete.
arrived at
You can only
Mother's.
Fulton recover someone if they're not resisting it. No dead bodies either.
Now let's go ahead and do this. Everyone
Staff
likes
member
doing
you just
this.
Extracted will be assigned. That won't work on.
Uh-huh.
Drug resist.
Lalelulelo. What the fuck are you
Staff
saying?
member you just extracted will be assigned to the team.
Let's do it one more time.
2 + 2 = 5. 2 + 2 = 5. The staff member you just extracted will be assigned to the team best suited to his abilities. See for yourself. Open your iDroid. Select staff. So that staff member was placed on the R&D team. The R&D team is in charge of developing all kinds of weapons and items that will support you on missions. Take a look at the development list. Select weapons items under the development heading.
Please
That's
specify
the R&D
project.
team's development list. See the item called cardboard box? Didn't seem much use to me, but Miller was adamant that you'd want it on the list.
I sure do.
First word in infiltration technology, or so he said. In any case, we don't have the manpower to develop it just yet.
How do you not know how to make a cardboard box?
Go extract a few more people. Boss, put the iDroid away. You can also
I am.
Fulton extract individuals you've knocked out. Why don't you try knocking someone out with CQC next? Show them how it's done, boss. Try throwing.
Oh. You wanted me to throw him. Here, I'll throw him. Fine. You're good enough. I like how these aren't considered on my staff yet, just because of this tutorial.
Extraction
complete.
arrived at Mother
One thing I
Base.
should mention. A Fulton extraction won't always be successful. If the person is injured, the shock of it could kill them. And if the weather's unfavorable, well, they could end up going missing. You can determine the chance of success by approaching the person you want to extract. If you want to be sure you can get them out, best carry them to the chopper instead. All right, extract the next staff member.
Okay.
Extract them. It's any method you like. Start by knocking them out, or you can put them to sleep.
You can choke them like this. Which, I don't know why I explained that to you. You probably know.
I'm ready, boss.
Alright, you want to be extracted too.
Extraction
Now
arrived
we
at
have more
Mother
people in
Base.
R&D team. Its level has gone
Unit
up.
function
You should be
added.
able to develop it. Select weapons items under the development. Now select cardboard box and start development.
Mother Base.
Just be aware, development has finished.
Please select a
You can
drop
have the
point.
support unit supply you with weapons and items you've developed. Think of it as your own personal delivery service.
Alright, it wants me to do that.
Requested.
I always forget like what exactly they want you to do in this tutorial. But let's... oh. No freedom! I thought this was a freedom-based game. A game where you base things on freedom. Where is it? Oh, it's right there. There it is.
And there it is. Not sure what it's good for, but Miller said you know it. Try it out.
Excuse me. That box I was just in is a box.
Were all placed on the R&D team, but that was Miller's decision. If you think they belong somewhere else, you're free to move them around. Well, that about does it.
Mission
You won't
info
make any
has been
GMP or
updated.
find recruits hanging around here. Board the chopper when you're ready for a mission. Open your iDroid and select a landing zone to tell it where to pick you up. Or if you're still in the mood for knocking guys on their asses, you can stay around here a while. Give it some practice. Just come pay me a visit.
I like how they just come here so that you can knock them out. Yeah, they just tell you tips if you interrogate your own people. Anyway. Let's end this shit. I don't like this tutorial. I guess I mean, it's a good tutorial because some of these things are not given or as intuitive as you might think, but I don't like doing it again because it takes so long.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
So now we can actually make a shit ton of things, which we probably can't afford, really. And we lose money on that one. Another reason why I don't like that fucking shit. But whatever. You know? What the hell? So we got a lot of cassette tapes to listen to. And I'm going to do that whenever I want to take a break, basically, to either get food or use the bathroom. But first, let's go ahead and look at shit.
Boss,
Wait.
I know you have a good backlog, but I prepared a list of missions for you. Open your iDroid.
The mission.
I've taken the job offers Diamond Dogs has received and made a list of those I want you to consider. Which ones you accept is your call. The objectives of the missions I've added are prisoner rescue, facility sabotage, and high-value target elimination. Probably all a walk in the park for you, but they should help you get back on your feet. I put the mission details on a cassette tape. Refer to it if you decide to accept the mission. We'll receive GMP for completing missions, and extracting soldiers and prisoners will boost our ranks. Building up Mother Base is the first step to achieving our goal. If that means wet work, so be it. We're gonna have to get our hands dirty. I hope you're rested up, because we're not stopping. Not until the pain is gone. The future of Diamond Dogs is in your hands. We're counting on you, boss.
You sound mentally stable. Alright, so let's go ahead and listen to some of these. And I'm gonna take a little break while we listen to them. So, gonna mute the mic now.
You were hospitalized in Dekelia, a British sovereign base area on Cyprus. It's part of British overseas territory that falls outside of Cypriot jurisdiction. You got moved from Cuba's Little America right into Cyprus's Little Britain. Why Dekelia? The UK and the US remain close allies. The last place Cypher would think to look for you is inside their own system. That's what kept you safe in British military hospital for 9 years. The safest place from a whale is inside its own belly. You were a regular Geppetto.
Well, it wasn't Pinocchio who led me out to safety. So who was that guy?
Cypher went so far as to attack British territory, burning their own ally. That's how badly they wanted you dead.
He said I was in a British military hospital. But the doctor had a Greek accent.
They hire locally. Easier to trust them. Dekelia is also home to Greek Cypriots, after all.
What about the Turks? They haven't returned to the south.
Not yet. The Cyprus dispute is still a long way from resolved. The country is just as split as it was in '74. Turkish Cypriots in the north, Greek Cypriots in the south. Between them, the Green Line, the UN established.
And Dekelia sits right on top of it.
It does. Part of the buffer zone between the two groups. Another reason it was the perfect place to hide you. Easy to spot any outsiders snooping around.
So how do things stand?
Now, last year, the Turks declared that the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus is an independent state, though it's only Turkey that recognizes it. In the past, the Greeks and Turks lived side by side in the same villages. There are reasons to fight. Those came from the outside. Greece, Turkey, Britain, America, they all had their own stake in pitting the two sides against each other. But once you spark something like this, it's impossible to control. Both sides build up grudges like debt, without the foresight to see that each act of revenge just fans the flames, and then it's too late for other nations to rush in with peace talks. The embers keep on smoldering. Each nation's arrogance only breeds anarchy. The world is paralyzed by this hunger for revenge. Cyprus is no different. You're up.
We're changing ships?
We can't go sailing the Suez in a whaler.
The Suez Canal. When did they reopen it?
Not long after you were attacked. Once they finished sweeping it for mines after the Arab-Israeli conflict. Can you stand? We're going to transfer to a container ship for passage through the Suez. Our destination is Pakistan, Afghanistan's neighbor to the south. There we disembark and head via Peshawar to the Zero Line, the border. We'll travel to the Khyber Pass by road.
And then?
We continue on horseback. Afghanistan's main roads are under Soviet control. We'll need to go around them. It'll be all narrow, winding paths through the mountains. We'll do better on horseback. It's a local guerrilla tactic. They use the higher ridges to avoid air recons. Then they charge down the mountains for ambushes. The Soviets still haven't devised a counter-strategy. Our time frame is only half as much as we really need. It'll be a tough march.
Better horses than boats.
Well, it'll make for good physiotherapy. Take the time to get used to that new arm.
While the Soviets have indicated they are not participating in the Los Angeles Olympics, primarily because the United States has made no attempt to guarantee the safety of the Soviet Union's athletes, the United States is increasingly demonstrating the belief that the issue has nothing to do with its preparations, and in fact this is retaliation for the Western nations' boycott of the previous Moscow Olympics. That concludes today's news.
That's quite some news.
The Soviet Union not attending the LA Olympics? Yeah. Andropov's death has changed some things. They're calling it revenge for the Western boycott of the Moscow Olympics.
Countries boycotted the Moscow Olympics?
Yes. In protest of the Soviet Union's invasion of Afghanistan. Over 50 countries were absent. It's
Too bad I didn't get to see Yamashita's judo. When the 40th Army crossed the Amu River 4 years ago, détente went right out the window. The U.S. Congress chose not to ratify SALT II, and Reagan's hardline politics won in the presidency in a landslide. According to him, the Soviet Union's an evil empire. The Second Cold War. And there's been no end to regional conflicts and civil wars. Lebanon, the Falklands, Grenada, Iran, Iraq. The story never changes. Egypt and Israel did sign a peace treaty. But then the driving force on the Egyptian side, President Sadat, was assassinated afterward. Apparently, his actions were considered a betrayal of his fellow Arabs. Islamic extremists? Yes. Fundamentalist extremists have been responsible for some bold acts of terrorism in recent years. We've had extremist students in Iran take U.S. embassy workers hostage, and suicide bombings in Lebanon. Over 300 foreign soldiers stationed there have been killed. The countries have yet to develop an effective means of dealing with terrorism. Afraid of losing their own men, they've pulled their forces out, handing private forces a golden opportunity. Private forces? Small armies with no national affiliation, working for the highest bidder. That's right, they got the idea from you. After Mother Base went down, they began spreading to meet the soaring demand. Miller's organization is just one of many PFs now. The entire world is after you. But at the same time, it needs you too. Miller told me about what happened in the Caribbean 9 years ago. You do remember Miller. You'd formed a private army with him. An army with no allegiance to a nation. I remember, but... I see. You're not sure what's fact and what's a fantasy caused by the coma. It's still all a mess, huh? All I can do is tell you the facts as they were told to me. I've gone easy on you up until now, but this is where the hard stuff begins. 1974, the year before you entered your coma. You were in Colombia, operating with a small unit of men, basically mercenaries. Miller was among them. Miller was trying to find a way to turn his and your talents into a line of work. He was looking to start a business where you would fight on behalf of others around the world, those who needed military force. But the reality was, at that time, you didn't have enough gear to equip your own men. Then Miller came across this client. It was a huge job he was offering, but you had a shot at pulling it off. You accepted it and headed into Costa Rica. The client even threw in an offshore facility in the Caribbean. The Mother Base, that would be your new base of operations. Miller sure did have a head for business. As your mission went on, your unit grew and grew. More weapons, more money. Before you knew it, you were commanding 300 men. As the organization got bigger, your military powers swelled to match. It got so the international community couldn't afford to ignore you. You were just too damn successful for your own good. You, your men, had worn out your welcome. Everyone was out for you. East, West, First World, Third. It was only a matter of time before someone took you down. And that was XOF. Officially, they're an anti-terror unit under the CIA. In reality, they're Cypher's private strike force. They lured you to Cuba using Chico, the Nicaraguan revolutionary kid, and Paz, a mole who worked for Cypher as bait. While you were gone, XOF, posing as a nuclear inspection team, stormed Mother Base. At the same time, C4 they placed on the strut legs went off. The whole thing went down in minutes. XOF. Kisses and hugs followed by a big FU. All because of Miller's blind spot. A back door into Mother Base no one suspected. You remember a certain scientist? Huey was responsible for bringing the inspection team on board, giving the enemy a perfect opportunity to hit you at home. You were returning from Cuba when it happened. Mother Base came damn close to taking you with it into the Caribbean. Those of your men out on assignment returned right away. They refused to believe the wreckage in the water they found was Mother Base. But they checked the coordinates again and again, until reality finally settled in. You were supposed to die that day. That was XOF's primary objective. As far as most folks know, you did. The first doctor to see you wasn't even sure what he was looking at. before they'd even finished operating, your men moved you to that hospital in Cyprus. It was a woman named Eva who arranged that. Rings a bell, hmm? Most men in your condition would have been written off right from the start. But you survived. You went straight down to hell, and they pulled you out. Your eye wide open. Full of venom. The days of naked Snake are long gone. Welcome back, Venom Snake. This world still needs you. Here, Snake, try this on. A prosthetic arm. Yeah, Miller was calling it the arm that wasn't there. The physiotherapy's going well. Your arm's bulked up enough for it to fit. There. Perfect. A little time with it, and it'll work better than the real thing. What do you think? I can still feel my real arm. Well, you better get used to this one quick. You have any pain? Every now and then. Where? My fingertips. My left fingertips. Sounds like phantom pain. Your brain still remembers your old hand. Yeah. What about your vision? Can you see okay? Yeah, at the moment. Now, the shrapnel in your skull is pressing on your optic nerve. I'm told any hard impact could have an effect on your visual cortex. Yeah, the doctor mentioned that. Your brain might process visual information incorrectly. In other words, you could have hallucinations. You might see things that aren't there, or not see things as they really are. You experienced any of that? I think so. When? Right after I wake up. Colors look faded. Colors, huh? Well, that's not a major concern in and of itself, but it could mean the difference between life and death in the field. You'll need to watch out for that. I will. All right. You should continue your physio. We'll be arriving soon. It's the last chance you'll get.
Okay, so I'm not gonna listen to all of that right now because that would get boring, but I am going to start a mission, and we might listen to more while we're on a mission, maybe. First thing I should mention is I'm not going to do these in order necessarily. I'm actually going to do this one right here because it's actually beneficial to do that first. Especially because that's more GMP anyway. But let's listen to the tape for this mission.
Information warfare is more than just intel gathering. It also means disrupting enemy communications. Your mission is to punch a hole in the comms network between the Soviet outposts. That'll cut off their means to call in reinforcements. Technically, we were given this mission by a Western-backed Arab organization supporting the guerrillas. But it'll also give us a leg up in the future. Take a look at the location of the Eastern Communications Post on your iDroid. Head there and destroy its comms equipment. He who controls information controls operations. Just look at Cypher. Good luck, boss.
So let's go ahead and do it.
Heading to Afghanistan.
So now we can actually change our equipment and all that. So let's go ahead and look at what we have. We actually don't have anything to equip there. In fact, we don't have much of anything we can put in any slot. We've already equipped the C4, which I developed while that tape was playing. We have the box, so there's really nothing else to do. I do want to... not vehicle. I want to change the uniform. But only because I want to get the blood off of me. Just because I prefer it that way. There's really no actual reason. So you can choose to go in at any time. ASAP, which is sort of like picking, you know, any time. Morning and night.
Deploying.
I'm going to do night to make it a little bit easier because I'm not well equipped for anything at all. And that's the end of that. C2W. I don't know what that means. I feel like Miller's just gonna say the same thing he said on that tape again.
Boss, you need to disable the Soviet
Oh, not really.
system by putting a binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
Alright, so there's a few things you should know to do before you start playing the game. For one thing, you should avoid killing people because the game does punish you for doing that. It's really dumb. If you kill too many people, Snake will become Demon Snake. His horn will be very long, and you'll just be coated in blood the entire time. Which doesn't sound like much of a punishment, but it is very ugly. And sort of negates any aesthetic preferences you might have. So, you know, any costume you have other than a couple are going to be pointless. Let's go ahead and look at that guy. So at this point, you might as well extract pretty much everyone you come across. Because you need people, basically. Now I'm turning the silencer off just to save it, and I don't need it right now. I might need it though, if I fuck up again. Just wait, just wait.
Guard post captured.
Alright. That was easy. And so, since I turned off my silencer, I didn't use any of it pointlessly. And now we have 2 more members. Yeah, I'm going to extract him, don't fucking question me. Ooh, stuff.
We can use compounds from plants to make medicine or poison for use in new weapons and equipment.
Ooh, more stuff.
Look at the plants list on your iDroid to see which ones we need.
So much stuff to grab.
It'll keep the staff happy too.
I'm sure it will. Knowing your place has medicine is going to be useful. So after this mission, I have a few settings to change, and I forgot to, but I was sort of anticipating going, you know, getting on with it. So it's not that bad of a thing. I believe after doing this mission, you start to do side ops. Ah, there they are. These guys have caught me more than once in my past playthroughs. There's just randomly some guys here. Couple of them.
A Soviet soldier. A lot of them came from Central Asia before, but lately they've been using more and more Russians. Simple, really. There's less hesitation to pull the trigger if they're not fighting their own race. Morbid cynicism, but it gets results. That's humanity for you.
Okay, we're close enough to just start walking now. So there's no point in interrogating people because you don't know Russian, and you need an interpreter, which we haven't got yet, to do that.
First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
That's also another reason why I saved that one mission for later. I want to, you know, be able to interrogate people, and that would become useful.
That antenna is one of the targets. There should be more. Keep
Hello? I'm looking at you.
That's another one of the targets.
Hot damn.
Do you
Want to make sure you get everyone. And also don't attract suspicion. So, one reason I know Snake becomes Demon Snake is because my old method used to be luring literally everyone out and then killing them one by one. So I would basically kill everyone in every single outpost just to make it easier, which ended up not even being easier, to be honest, because I would still fuck up and make a mistake somewhere along the line. But whatever. I'm not sure if there's a point in extracting any animals yet, so I'm not going to bother. Alright, there's a guy over there. Hopefully he doesn't see me yet if I climb up this. Oh, I don't think I can. Alright, whatever. Alright. Please don't see me. Just go to sleep.
Thinking of using C4?
Yes.
Alright, now get to a safe distance before you set it off. To detonate it, hold the ready button and then press the action button.
Are you gonna go to sleep or what?
We know where all the antennas are now. Take out all 3 of them.
There you go.
It's your call. Those materials
Oh good, a sandstorm. The sandstorm makes it very easy to sneak around,
if you bring them back to base.
which I guess is another reason why you start off in Afghanistan. There are more than one areas in this game.
Those are raw diamonds. Collecting them as assets will raise our GMP.
So here's another way to take out enemies. Lay them down, wake them up, and just point a gun at them. See, you can't understand that guy, so
What we need is an interpreter.
it's no point in
Explosives
trying.
should take care of them well enough. How you do it is up to you.
I do recommend hiding people before you make them lay down. Once they lay down, they don't get up unless you get caught by someone. So, you know, just don't get caught by someone and they'll be out forever. Oh, that thing.
That's an anti-air radar. It isn't one of the targets, but destroying it would shut down part of the enemy's air surveillance. That might make more landing zones available.
You definitely want to do that because it makes this game a little bit easier. There's a song in there. I don't want copyright. I'm going to try to avoid it. But I'm probably going to fail. There's also a guy I almost ran right into because I didn't have him. See what I mean? I'm just really bad at this game. Here, just look at that. Look at the pretty thing. Come on, get up there. Get up. Get up, please. Stealthily now. Oh shit, oh shit, oh fuck. That thing knocks you off, it's stupid. Alright. Be prepared. Alright, now. Okay, good. Just jump off, go away, go away. Do not look at me. Okay, good. Whew! That was annoying. Alright. Stealing shit. So I'm not gonna bother trying to get all the copywritten music Usually I go to collect them all because that's part of, you know, getting everything and all that, but like, I'm never gonna play them in this stream series, so there's no point in grabbing them other than I'm close to it. Oh, he doesn't understand me. That's right. I may as well grab him, take him somewhere else. Let's go ahead and Fulton him, though. If you're wondering, I don't think there's a way for soldiers to not be convinced to join your team. I just don't think that's a possibility because Ocelot's really good at hypnotizing people. And I'm pretty sure that's just the reason. Alright. How am I gonna do this? Well, that guy's about to go to sleep, so he's actually not gonna be a problem anymore. The problem is getting over here. And knocking out this one. Uh-oh. Hopefully he stays asleep for a while. No one finds him, is what I mean. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Shit. Come on. Alright.
Explosives should take care of them well enough. How you do it is up to you.
Okay. Now I just need to get away. I think I'm gonna Fulton this guy. Because he's like the only other threat to me. Alright. Now I'm praying that, none of this kills anyone.
Good. That's the first one. Nice. That's the second one. It wasn't the last of them, though. Keep going.
Alright, destroyed anti-air radar.
Good work.
And I did it.
Completed your objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
Mission info has been updated.
So now, there are more landing zones available to me. But, I'm gonna not take advantage of that.
Extraction arrived at database.
Hey, boss. You see many animals in the field. Truth is, an environmental NGO has asked us to remove wild animals from combat.
Alright, so now I actually can Fulton animals, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
There's a reward in it for us.
So I think there's something up here that is like a secret? Maybe? Could be wrong. But getting more plants isn't a bad thing, so I'm going to go ahead and go do that. This is a better place to come in from, but It's also an easy mission, so I really don't care. It's so bizarre not being able to understand
Arrived at Motorbase.
what they're saying.
The enemy's given up their search for you, but they're not giving the all clear just yet. Stay alert.
Well, I'm far away, so I don't give a fuck. I don't give fuck. Alright, well, I think maybe I should call the
Support
chopper.
helicopter requested.
Because why not, you know? That vehicle, I think, is going to stop at that base. And that was my only problem. You can leave a mission by just running out, but, you know, whatever. Ugh, can the chopper hurry up? Man, it takes a long time. There it is.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
It's now midnight.
This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Ooh. Hold on, P-Quad. I want to go check this crack out.
That crack would make a good foothold. You can use crag climbing to make your way up.
I feel like there's a secret up here. Maybe? No? Oh, okay. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Ouch!
That's a serious injury. It won't heal on its own. You'll need to
That
treat
was
it with
stupid.
first aid.
You know what else is stupid? Letting the car come this way. Let's get the fuck out of here before they fucking see us. See, they're gonna start shooting at us now.
Exfiltrated
That's
hot
it.
cell.
You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss.
Oh well. They didn't see us for some reason, so that's good.
Extraction arrived at Motorbase. Development project has been added.
Mission complete. Great work.
Alright. So now I want to change some settings. And hopefully that can give us an upper hand. There's these things called challenge tasks.
How you feeling, boss? Getting used to being in the field again? Having
Mhm.
choppers and a horse at your disposal is indispensable for operating in the wilds of Afghanistan. I've gone ahead and arranged for you to be able to develop and customize weaponry for support choppers. And you can also develop new equipment for D-Horse if you like. Use your
D-Horse.
iDroid to start development as needed.
I hope you guys get used to me just special volunteer. Where'd that come from? Hope you get used to me getting interrupted every 5 seconds, because that's just what's going to happen, you know. I think those volunteers maybe came from the Ground Zeroes data. I don't know. I feel like I have to do that manually though. Hello?
List
By connecting your iDroid to the onboard computer, you turn the chopper into your own Aerial Command Center, or ACC. Some elements of staff assignment and R&D of weapons and items can only be performed from there. Take as long as you need to consider all your options.
Alright, so here's your daily bonus, which I don't know what I would use that for. It's been a while since I even considered such a thing.
Please specify a project.
Let's get that because that sort of recoups some of the money you used for deployment. Now, since we connected to the internet, we can actually get some stuff for doing things.
Development project has been added.
And that helps a lot, actually.
Development
Look at all the shit we're getting already. Now, what else have we done? Ooh, more wormwood, I guess. Person with a new skill.
Development project has been added.
Okay. So that's all we can do with that so far. Now what I want to do is go to Mother
Please
Base.
select a landing heading to Mother Base.
So let's check out Mother Base. As it is. You can actually customize Mother Base beyond, you know, building more parts of Mother Base. You can change the logo that's on it, and also you can change the color of the base itself. Right now it's orange, that's the default. And as you can see, a lot of it isn't even built yet. Every time you come back, you want to bump into these 4 people standing here, because that'll trigger them having a morale increase, which is important to make sure fights don't break out. Showering helps with how long, you know, drugs last, how fast you can run, I think, and a few other things. And also just getting blood off of you. Wait, you gonna teach me how to challenge tasks? I literally already did it. Yeah, thanks.
If you need supplies, let us know.
Where are your friends?
Alright. Now, let's go ahead and leave, even though we just got here. There isn't much to do, to be honest, in Mother Base, even when everything's done.
This is Pequot. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequot. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
I always try to get a headshot while on the helicopter, but it's very hard. Okay.
The site ops list is comprised of problems we need you to resolve. Objectives to be completed, and information gained from the soldiers and prisoners you've extracted. These aren't missions per se, but if you can take care of them when you're free, I'd appreciate it.
So I'm going to go to the title menu for just a moment, because I think that's the only place where you can upload Ground Zero's data. I think. Pretty sure. I feel like that's true. Ah, yes. Download MGS5 save data. Yes. Thank you. Now let's continue.
The site ops list is comprised of problems we need
I
to
just heard you say that.
to be completed, and
You
information
stupid
gained
son
from
of
the
a
soldiers
bitch.
and prisoners you've extracted. These aren't missions per se, but if you can take care of them when you're free, I'd appreciate it.
Let's do the speaker. So the speaker will play any music you set to it, and if you have the PC version, you can actually put downloaded music into the game, so you can actually listen to it through your cassette tape or set it as your helicopter thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. It'll be under musical content. Which one was it? I think it was this. So I'm just gonna play like video game music. Cause that's not copywritten, as far as I know. And I'll update this whenever I feel like it. Anyway. Buddy equipment. Let's see what D-Horse can have. Armor, which I don't really care about. D-Horse never really gets in danger whenever I play. So the important thing to get on this menu, all weather survival and infiltration suit to dive in heat, wet water, blah blah blah. Optimum body temperature. I guess it's good to get. We can use that later. Now here's something I got because I play Ground Zeroes. This gives you PS1 graphics. I don't really want that right now though. I'll probably just show that off as a little treat later. This is more important. With this you can analyze enemies, so you can see what they'll give you if you Fulton them. The iDroid has a speaker function now. When can I upgrade cargo? Well, I need a specialist. We're pretty close to upgrading it though. That's dumb. Alright, whatever. Not much else that I really care about. Other than grenades? Nah, I don't care about doing that. I want to save my money. I want to be smart with my money. So definitely want this though for upcoming shit. Unfortunately, it kills people. I'm gonna want to knock them out, I think, and Fulton them. A lot of things I can't make yet. And I guess we'll just go ahead and do that. Alright, I think we're about ready. So we're gonna start with the side op because we want to know Russian.
Please select a landing heading to Afghanistan.
So let's go ahead and go.
Deploying.
I don't know if you can hear my cat purring. The cat that lives with us. It's purring very loudly.
Boss, as requested, we've added an analyzer function to your binoculars. Now you can view soldiers or POWs and get a readout on their rank or any special skills they might have. Depending on their skills, they may even be able to develop new types of weapons or items. Try it out the next time you're thinking of holding someone.
I'm well aware. I basically already explained that. But go off. Can't see anyone this far away.
Be careful down there, boss.
Oh, there's a truck.
That wild dog pup.
Huh?
He's a tough little guy.
Ooh.
Boss, this is no time to be playing with animals. What are you gonna do, boss?
Hello, puppy. You're my favorite. Bye-bye. This is no time to be playing with animals. Shut up. You really, really, really wants to do that. I'm not gonna pretend like you don't know. D-Dog is one of your buddies that you can take with you, like D-Horses. And D-Dog is the most helpful for me. I'm gonna be using D-Dog for basically everything. I can promise you that.
Soldier somewhere in the region. He's a language specialist. His role is to translate information related to the West into Russian. If we can get him to join us, we'll have the upper hand in information warfare. Find this language specialist and extract him.
Anyway.
Analysis.
That's the target.
Analysis.
So those
complete.
question marks mean they have a skill, but your analyzer is not strong enough to know which skill that is exactly. The purple thing means that that is your target.
Analysis complete.
Goes without saying what that means for you. I'm just gonna basically do this. That did not hit him. And now I just wait for everyone to go to sleep. Go! Alright, they're done. This isn't even a base that counts as capturing something. Is there anything in here? I would like money.
He's coming too.
There's nothing in here. I hate it here.
Completed. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Unit
Boss,
function.
that language specialist you extracted has been very cooperative. Says he's always dreamed of living a free life like folks in the West. What are the odds, huh? I've gone ahead and placed him in the support unit. His job is Russian interpretation. Now you'll know what Soviet soldiers are saying. You can even interrogate them. Should give you an edge in the mission.
Except the map has been updated.
Okay, so that noise, that person you keep hearing is the guidance thing. And I don't know if you hate it as much as I do, but maybe you see why I hate it so fucking much. So now I'm gonna turn it off. I hate that noise. Yes. Ugh. Sweet release. Sometimes I'm like, do I miss that? And then I'm like, nope. Alright, so now we get a brand new cardboard box. I haven't used the box yet, but it does come in handy a lot when you get up close with the enemy. Which I don't really think I've done too much yet. Anyway. So. Ah. My ear's being weird. Oh, fuck! I just ran over a sheep. Get back here. I want to fault on you. Go to sleep. You can stun them, but I like to save my ammo and suppressor, so I just do that. You want to basically Fulton everything you can. I'm gonna go to the closest one. So if you select missions while you're not in the helicopter, you have to travel to one of 3 points. In order to select them. That's okay. If you really, really want to, you can spend time just like capturing outposts and destroying anti-aircraft shit and all that to prepare, but I don't feel the need to. So all those animals we got through those cages.
Good. You captured it alive.
Here's a bunch of animals. Deathstalker is a little bit more rare than Gerbil, for instance.
Target is a Spetsnaz detachment commander. Your orders are to take him out. With skills like his, it'd be a shame to waste him. But I'll leave the method up to you. Boss, make your way to Deshago Calais and eliminate the target.
I want to get this sheep, but I feel like it's not gonna let me. So I got a refill in the capture cage, so.
It'll trap small to medium-sized animals. The support unit will handle the extraction, so all you need to do is place the cage. Wild animals have all kinds of habitats. Try placing cages in a
Get
variety
over
of
here.
places.
Stop running away from me.
Animals list on your iDroid to see which animals have been extracted.
Oh, fuck. I nearly got caught by a person. A bunch of people. That's like 3 comms people. That's asinine. So there's actually something to do in this desert over here. That's part of your tasks to do. And I like to do those, so I'm gonna go ahead. You can basically complete some of these missions in like a few seconds. And this is one of those, but I'm gonna take my time because I actually want to extract the guy that we're supposed to target. But you're allowed to kill him. It's not like you're not allowed to kill him. Oh, is that it? I think that's it. That's the plant.
That's a medicinal plant called Haoma, otherwise known as Soma. People use it to make a sacred drink for religious ceremonies.
But what do we use it for? Who knows? You can find out. There's ways to find out, but like, I don't know. Not off the top of my head. It doesn't really matter to me.
Target should be somewhere in that outpost.
For one thing, I don't use drugs all that often.
Spetsnaz recon detail with him. Keep your guard up.
You may be annoyed by my playstyle because I am irrationally conservative with everything I have. I tend to try to just knock people out with my hands and all that. Relying on headshots, that kind of thing. It's a little bit stupid. So I know where the guy is. He's like over there. Oop, that's not good. There's also another thing. Ooh. Alright, I want to place a marker there. There's comms equipment.
That searchlight's manually operated.
That's another comms equipment thing. So anyway. I'm going to interrogate some people for once. Wow, you can see me this far away? That's impressive. Usually that doesn't happen. But what are you going to do about it? You're gonna get down from there? Oh, thank goodness. That makes my job a little bit easier. Oh, okay. Gonna play it like that, huh?
Where are your friends?
I guess I'll take you with me, I don't know. Why not? I don't end up using that many Fultons anyway, it's fine. I do want these. You're gonna need a lot of materials, so...
The rest to us.
yeah. Anyway. So in the last mission I did grab one of these things. And the point is actually a fast travel system where if you get into a box, you can travel to any one of these locations you've already grabbed. So I can now travel to another location. I'm not going to, obviously, but I can. Oh, that's the problem. Coming this way. Hold on. Sorry, the cats were fighting. Playing a little too rough. I have to break them up every once in a while. I think they get pissed at each other. Alright, I'm gonna get into a box here, because... while in a box, you can actually scope... why can I see you through a fucking wall? That's dumb. Ugh. Going the long way, I see. Alright. We should be good. Oh, fuck. Huh? Where are you? What? Where the fuck were you? Did you see me through a hill? I'm going back. That was stupid! What the hell? What? I'm all the way back here? Are you kidding me? That is so dumb. Ugh. That was stupid! What the fuck? Alright, whatever. I assume I'm gonna have to grab that tag again. I hate how the checkpoints don't happen in places where it makes sense to happen. I also hate how sometimes it seems that soldiers have like incredible sight. I feel like sometimes they even see you through solid objects. I could be wrong, but I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. Not to me anyway. But what do I know? I'm stupid. Alright, let's do this over again. Hopefully this time I don't fuck up. Alright, cool. Let me Fulton you now. 90% chance? What the fuck's that about?
You gonna extract him?
Oh, you have a skill. I don't feel like interrogating you. Okay. Alright. We're good.
He's coming too. Roger that.
I want to get that anti-air... anti-air radar at some point. But I don't know when I'm going to be able to do that. I hear someone, but I don't know where they are. That's a problem. Where the fuck are they? I don't know. Be careful out here, because, like, it's hard to see people through these walls and mounds. Alright, there's a checkpoint. Now we can get cargo. I'm actually going to start that development, because that's very useful. Okay. Alright, that's all I wanted to do. There's something to grab over here this way. I think it's a diamond. Forget where exactly. Is it right here? Gross.
Слушай, привидение или нет? Я бы не отказался. Точно. Ладно, мужик, увидимся.
Huh. Shit. Come on. Oh my god. Hit him. There we go. I used maybe too many right then, right there. But whatever. At least I take out 2 of these guys.
Speak.
Telling me where a specialist is, which means they have an ability that I might not have yet. Alright, so now a storm's coming, so that's actually very helpful, because that guy right there is going to be a fucking problem. Hopefully not going to see me through the storm, though I don't know how they would.
Sandstorms effectively make you blind and deaf, but that goes for the enemy too. Use the situation to your advantage.
They can see you up to a certain point, but I don't think they're going to right here. This is my opportunity to get close, basically. Alright. I'm now very dangerously close. I'm gonna put that there, if not only for a distraction. Alright. Give me that song so I can turn it the fuck off. I love this song, but, like, I don't like copyright. Do not play the song anymore. Wait, is the guy not here? Could have sworn he was. Anyway, here's a quick way to get comms shit. What are you checking out? I don't understand. What are you checking out? Ooh, that was a very good thing. Did they see me? Oh, they probably hear me. Yes, come closer.
To kill him, but putting him to sleep doesn't count as eliminating him. Neither does knocking him out.
Alright, so now this is very risky move on my part. Gotta carry him out of here without getting caught by anyone, including that guy. But I think I can knock him out. not very useful to me. Okay.
You destroyed their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, but that's put a hole in their air surveillance.
Get used to hearing that. You're gonna hear it a lot.
You can designate a landing zone. Target secured. I'll tell the client we sent the target to a place outside of heaven. Boss, your objective's complete. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land. Don't hang around.
Alright, get over here, man. I guess we'll go towards Smugmake Keep. Here we go. It's very easy. I'm definitely having a better time completing a lot of these missions compared to, like, a lot of the other times.
No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete.
A lot of the other playthroughs.
Mission complete. Great work.
Codename Chick. Okay.
Our army is growing like crazy thanks to you, boss. In fact, it's getting downright crowded around here. To bring a greater number of people on board, we'll need to expand our facilities. To that end, I've created a base development unit. It has two roles, material refinement and platform construction. I'll start with the material refinement part. The base development unit procures material resources on a regular basis according to its level. The materials are stored in containers and placed on the deck of Mother Base. Once they're finished being processed, they can finally be put to use. By using these materials to build new platforms, we'll be able to add a greater number of staff to our ranks. We don't need any specific instructions from you to refine the materials, but I want you to be the one to decide how we construct platforms. Once we have sufficient GMP and the required material resources, you can issue construction orders from your iDroid.
Alright. So now you can make more bases.
Captured it alive. Remember the guys you brought back from the base in Cuba 9 years ago?
Oh shit.
Believe it or not, some of them survived that hell we went through. Word reached them that Big Boss is back and they
Hello,
wanted in.
Kojima.
They're good men. Our brothers in fate. They'll be glad to know you've seen them here.
God damn. So now we actually got our Ground Zeroes staff that we rescued. I don't know how much of them. I guess only one. Gunman. Okay.
Prolonged time in the field is bad for the body and mind. I think it's time you took a break. Do it for me. Come back to Mother Base ASAP.
Okie dokie. I was gonna do that other side op, but there's no rush. It helps to have people. But whatever.
Didi, come back!
Mitch.
Here's the dog you brought back. Bit of a troublemaker. Not sure about the breed, though.
He'll get bigger?
Uh-huh. Like this. You know, I can look after him. He's still a pup, so he doesn't listen. I have a feeling someday he'll be useful. I suspect you discovered a real diamond in the rough. With a little polish, I'd say we got a true diamond dog on our hands.
I like how Diamond Dog has a missing eye just like us.
Raising hounds. Fine.
What's your issue?
Come on, Dee Dee.
And that's me using a Phantom cigar. I pass time. And that's it.
Boss, we received a back-channel request from Langley. We're to find a piece of new American military hardware that's gone missing in the mountains of Afghanistan. It's a difficult mission, but I'd say you're back in top form by now. Check your iDroid for the details.
Okay, so now I want to see where I can, when I can start making base facilities. We're very low on a lot of stuff. No, that's the answer to your question, bitch. But can we make anything better? Maybe? No. Not really. Emplacements. Soil. I guess I'll do that one. No. Do not drop that shit. Red soil.
Chain with me, boss. How about it?
No! Shut the fuck up! Alright. Yep. What other... So we got a blueprint we can get and a soldier we can get. They're not very close together. But that's okay. Wow. So let's go ahead and test the arrival music thing, and I'll go ahead and call it in.
Roger. This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Take me out. Do it. Get me out of here. Grizzly Hedgehog, that's your name? Sorry. Sorry for your fucking loss. Ooh, hello. Blue Mastodon, Pirate, something. Randomized names are never a good thing. Except on occasion, I guess. Okay, so we have 2 missions to do, which I guess I'll do like right as we do some side ops, or maybe before side ops. And this other mission, which is very important to the plot and is actually pretty hard to do. But I'm not going to worry too much about it right now. I think I'm actually going to end the stream. I could go on more, and I'm actually tempted to. But I don't know. I have things to do today. I have a life. I'm actually going to before the stream ends, listen to a bunch of tapes while I do things, just to get them out of the way if you want to listen to them. But if you don't care about listening to them, this is going to be the end of the stream basically, so let's go ahead and start.
Ocelot, I hear they started calling you Shalashaska in Afghanistan. What's that about?
You know the term Sharashka? It's slang for a suspicious, hastily thrown together organization. The word became associated with a type of forced labor facility in the Soviet Gulag system. OKB scientists and engineers who'd been convicted of crimes were sent to a Sharashka for forced R&D. The Sharashkas were supervised by Lavrenti Beria of the NKVD, the secret police, under the official name 4th Special Department.
Forced research? That's not very different from what we do here.
Diamond Dogs is different. Everyone here believes in you. Regardless of where they came from or why they're here, they revere you. And they're fighting because it was their choice.
And if it wasn't, they'd leave?
Who knows? That's our reality here, whether it's real or not. If there's another truth, I don't want to know it. All that matters is that's the concept that's taken shape in their heads. The traces of a group ideology, our superstructure, to put it in Marxist terms.
All right. Go on.
Right. So anyway, at some point the enemy started calling me Sharashka. This was after the war in Afghanistan broke out. While I was keeping an eye on you in that hospital, I was also heading up interrogations here. The men I broke gave up their comrades and families, everything they wanted to protect them most. No real cause for it. I just let myself get caught up in the old Russian pride. And suddenly I received the honor of becoming Special Interrogation Advisor to the forced labor camps. But the more men I interrogated, the more people saw me as just that, the interrogator. It helped cover my real objective of keeping you safe.
You went that far for me?
Far enough to keep you alive. I ended up being pretty well known among the Afghan guerrillas. Some of them would have seen me on the battlefield, and that's how I got the second half of the name. Shashka. It's a sword, a type of saber from the Caucasus. Russian dragoons and Cossacks carried them into battle. Now the Russian Empire had a general by the name of Fyodor Arturovich Keller. His bravery earned him the nickname Russia's Greatest Shashka. Someone must have known about that, because somewhere along the line, Shashka got stuck on the end of Sharashka. The guerrillas were using the name amongst themselves, and by the time I got to hearing about it, pronunciation had wound up as Shalashashka.
So, half Gulag, half Hero sword. Is a perfect fit.
But you see how rumors and ideas about people can get out of hand fast. Once you create a character and put it out there in public mind, it warps and twists with every baseless rumor. And before you know it, all people see are phantoms. In my case, it works out just fine. I'm plenty used to working under aliases.
So SALT II still hasn't gone into effect.
That treaty was drawn up to limit not just the size of the U.S. and Soviet Union's nuclear arsenals, but also their delivery systems. The whole deal. Just when we thought all those years of negotiations had paid off, somebody decides to invade Afghanistan. The timing couldn't have been worse.
The president was in the middle of the SALT II talks back then.
You mean while you were busy trying to stop Peace Walker? I heard. President Ford was meeting with the General Secretary in Vladivostok. In his absence, the political brass in America detected what they didn't realize was false nuclear launch data from Peace Walker, and were on the verge of ordering a retaliatory nuclear strike.
Coleman's big idea? Humans are incapable of destroying themselves. Turns out he never knew what humans are capable of.
If that AI, I mean, the boss, hadn't found a way to stop the fake data transmission, they probably would have gone ahead with the launch.
Deterrence was revealed as the pipe dream it was.
All thanks to you. And her. The U.S.-Soviet talks looked set to fall through. What happened in Nicaragua no doubt helped trigger a change of heart. But in the end...
The time's to find the politics. When you've grabbed their tail, they turn and bite your hand.
I first met you 20 years ago now. The place was Selenouyarsk in the Soviet Union. We were enemies. I was with the GRU,
you were still fighting for America. 1964. Operation Snake Eater. Its objective? The assassination of the legendary soldier known as the Boss. When you returned home successful, they awarded you the title Big Boss. Your CO, Zero, sought to carry on the boss's will by covertly establishing his own organization. You knew the original members from Operation Snake Eater. From America, there was David O, or as he was to you, Major Zero. Donald Anderson, aka Sigint. Dr. Clark, who went by paramedic during the operation. And the fourth, you. From China, there was Eva. And me, Ocelot, from the Soviet Union. 6 in total. To us, government notions of friend and foe were meaningless. As were East and West, we joined forces by our will alone. Our objective was to fulfill the boss's dying wish, to make the world one. And to do it, Zero used the Philosopher's Legacy, the secret war fund you obtained during Operation Snake Eater. This organization would go on to become Cypher. I, on the other hand, was left with the problem. You only recovered half of the legacy. I had to locate the other half myself. When I found the funds, I passed them on to Zero, just as you wanted.
I still trusted him in those days.
We thought what he was doing was the boss's will, until he started that one project.
Les enfants terribles, Zero called it.
You parted ways, as did Eva, leaving only Anderson and Clark still with him. I maintained limited contact, although truth be told, we were just keeping tabs on one another. The reason was always you. After you returned to the Army and created Foxhound, you left America. For a time, even I'd lost track of you. I'd imagine Zero did too. You always were the best when it came to hide and seek. Zero created Cypher, an information network to tap into every corner of the globe. Woven together, Cypher's arteries make the world just one big organism. And that's not all. It also monitors the thorn in Zero's side. That's you, tracking your coordinates wherever you might go. The further you strayed from your roots, the larger Zero became. It's as if he was trying to close the gap between you. But before long, he disappeared from public life. Only a few people had direct contact with him. For a time, I was one of them. Then a year after you fell into your coma, he slipped out of sight entirely. Since then, nothing. No photos, no recordings, not even a reliable rumor as to his whereabouts. I tried every method I could think of, but Zero was gone. Freed of his control, his creation, his power continued to grow. Cypher is a great beast, and Zero was its spine. But even without him, it's endured, evolved. But now its body is rotting, riddled with parasites. Parasites like the ones who attacked you 9 years ago in the Caribbean, and then at the hospital. Cypher's Black Ops Unit, XOF. They learned where you were, and came to wipe the slate clean. Christmas Eve, 1979. The Soviet Union rolled into Afghanistan. Muslims had revolted against the Soviet-friendly regime established the year before. The DRA forces could no longer contain it themselves, so the Soviets went in to intervene. The Afghan government was powerless and fraught with infighting. They lost the hearts and minds of the people, and that alarmed the Soviet leadership. With the Islamic Revolution happening in Iran, the Soviets felt they had to act fast or risk the spread of Islamic revivalism. A superpower, sending a motorized rifle division against men on horseback with antique rifles. Everyone thought it'd be over in an instant, only it wasn't. Some Muslims made their fight a jihad, a holy war, and began a guerrilla campaign on all fronts. A war of attrition. These fighters call themselves mujahideen. They're being supported by the West through Pakistan. That's why Miller was involved. He was training them near the Zero Line, sponsored by the CIA. The war has become a nightmare for the Soviet troops stationed here. They thought they'd be headed home in 6 months at the most. Then a year passed. 2 years. Now here we are 4 years on with no exit in sight. Afghanistan has become the Soviet Union's Vietnam. The Soviet troops on the ground want to go home, but at least they have homes to go back to. The Afghans have lost theirs. The Soviets destroy the kishlaks, villages, wherever they can. They burn down homes and fields, fill in wells, turn pastures into minefields. It's created a mass of refugees who fled to Pakistan. If the Mujahideen are fish swimming around the villages, the Soviets will go so far as to dry out their ocean. But this has had a big price. There's bitter resentment among the Afghans, and they're taking out their anger on the soldiers on the front lines. Among the Mujahideen are the Pashtun people. They're fiercely devoted to their code of Badal, or revenge. Soviets they've captured have had their hands, feet, and noses cut off before being left to die at the side of the road, just to show their comrades what they're capable of. Friendlies who come across them can do nothing but put them out of their misery. Then they burn down another village in retaliation, and the cycle of vengeance goes on. This war, the Kremlin never expected to have this much trouble against the Mujahideen. Afghanistan is a tribal society. Tradition demands that its people stand up to any outsiders who set foot on their land. With the honor of their people at stake, they have everything to fight for. No matter how hard the Soviets hit them, they continue to appear out of nowhere, striking back, then vanishing again. But there's one thing even the Mujahideen fear. Every last one of them. The Soviet gunships. They're highly maneuverable and equipped with massive firepower. Plus, the underside of the fuselage is heavily armored. The Mujahideen can barely scratch them with their small arms. Anyone who hangs around gets mowed down by the gunship's heavy machine guns. This new honeybee weapon that was given to the Hamid fighters, it's no doubt something to help them strike back against the gunships, which makes it a weapon that could change the course of the war. Those guerrilla fighters known as Mujahideen don't actually belong to a single organization. Afghanistan is a multi-ethnic country. You've got the Pashtuns, the Tajiks, Uzbeks, Hazaras, and each of them is split into their own tribes, large and small. Each ethnicity has several rebel organizations that their various tribes gather under. They're united under the banner of jihad, but that doesn't mean they work like a single standing army. Just look at the area around Smasy Fort. A lot of Tajiks used to live there, but they fled after the Soviets started their Scorched Earth campaign. With the area uninhabited, the Hamid fighters, who are Pashtun, decided to move in. The Hamids are based out of the city of Peshawar. We passed through it on the western edge of Pakistan. The Pashtun people have long lived in Afghanistan and western Pakistan. They used to travel back and forth frequently. Then Britain went and established the border that still stands today. The Hamid fighters get generous support from the Pakistani government. The government wants to use them to secure influence over Afghanistan. Their liaison with the Hamids is Inter-Services Intelligence, and behind the ISI, you have the CIA. That's probably how the honeybee ended up in the hands of the Hamid men.
Kaz, what about the unit that attacked us in the mist? You knew something about them.
That wasn't my first run-in with them. It happened right before I was captured by the Soviets. We were on the Zero Line that day, the Afghan side, on our way back from training the Mujahideen at a mountain camp in Kunar province. There's a lot of that work in Afghanistan. Most PFs shy away from it because it draws too much attention. But for us, that was the whole point. The job itself went great. We just had to make it back to a tribal area in Pakistan. But all of a sudden, visibility got real bad. It was no sandstorm. Our point man gave this strange report. He said he could see skulls in the mist.
Skulls?
The next moment, he went silent. We scrambled into formation, right before his arms and legs came raining down on us.
was always supposed to be a dangerous mission, so I had Diamond Dog's very best with me. We were calling out to each other, but one by one, their voices just went dead. Whatever happened to me, I lost consciousness before I knew it. When I came to, I was in a Soviet camp, tied to an interrogation chair.
Could they be some new Spetsnaz unit?
No. The ones that interrogated me were just the average rank and file. Whatever group attacked us, the way they moved was just insane. And that mist, appearing out of nowhere. The Soviets don't have tech like that.
If they did, Ocelot would have heard about it.
I doubt the West does either. Otherwise, the folks at Langley would be sleeping a lot easier.
Why'd they come after you?
Wish I knew. I'm the only one who survived. Though I don't think they planned it that way. If I was their target, they wouldn't have just handed me over to the 40th Army. Whatever the case, we need to watch our step until we know who they really are. And boss, if you ever do run into them again, don't try to take them on. You just get the hell out of there.
When I first started dealing with Zero, with Cypher, it was a somewhat parasitic relationship. Though, a mutually beneficial one.
Cypher had no army of their own, so they wanted us. They wanted our strength. They approached me as a potential business partner.
But they had other motives.
Cypher coaxed us into Central America, into that US-Soviet proxy war, to fuel Mother Base's growth. Once we were big enough, they'd force us to join them. That was the plan.
That's why they had Paz, still Zeke.
Right. And if we refused, she would use Zeke to fire a nuke from Mother Base. The world would consider us a liability, and countries would unite to destroy us.
We stopped the launch.
And yet they still took us down. Through that fake inspection they orchestrated to cover up their sabotage. That power Cypher wanted. We don't have it anymore. So why are they still after you? Is it just the fear of leaving you alive?
I don't know. Was Zero really... All I know is the man I knew wouldn't want this.
What do you mean?
We have to consider that it might not be Zero we're dealing with.
We know virtually nothing about Cypher anymore. How big they've gotten, what they want, or even who they really are. The new Mother Base started out as a test drilling rig operated by a mineral resources supplier, but their project fell through. The Seychelles government was happy to hand the place over to us. It was just scrap on stilts. So with a few dummy construction companies set up as fronts, we started renovating the half-finished rig. From the outside, it looked like the project was back on rails.
Kaz, you...
What?
I see what you're doing. Recreating the Mother Base we had 9 years ago. Only this time.
That's right. The Mother Base Cypher thought they destroyed will return from the grave to kill them. We'll prove to the world that we were the victors.
And if we lose again?
They can't fool us the same way twice. Now our enemies are in plain sight. And when our organization gets too big, we split it across companies. Any company that draws attention gets liquidated, and its capital is back-channeled into a new company. Most PFs are small-time operations anyway. And in this business, the minnows go bankrupt all the time. We've never aroused suspicion. Plus, we have Hewick.
Hewick?
Human Exploitation Company. It's a business specializing in intel gathering. Think of it as a civilian intelligence agency.
Kaz, that's...
Remember what they were trying to accomplish at the prison facility in Cuba? That gave me the idea. We dispatch moles into conflict zones around the world, and each sets up an intel network on site. Then they stay in place to give us stable points of contact when other nations intervene in the conflicts. Hewick's strength is that it has a cutout at each level. You get your job from one guy, then you hand it off to another. No one has direct access. It's a perfect black box. Hewick members also work their way into the superpowers intelligence agencies to make sure Diamond Dogs gets work. We have those countries by the balls. That's our deterrent when we need it.
Networking? In the intelligence community?
Sure, that's how we've grown this far. And when you go out on missions, intel from Hewick will be there to back you up. But despite all that, Cypher has its eyes on us. The only reason I'm not dead is that they needed to know where you were. Figured if you woke up, I'd go straight to you.
That's why you made that ruckus at the Zero line.
Yeah, to make their own surveillance work against them. I think it took some of the heat off Cyprus.
Kaz.
Then I just had to wait for you to save me. And I've gotten used to waiting.
Kaz.
That's not all. It was a good chance to scout the market. And with with the West wanting the Soviets out of Afghanistan. Their agencies are bursting at the seams with funding. Boss, let's start by building up our Afghan presence.
Why put Mother Base in the Seychelles?
We're at the center of the world here.
We're all the way out in the Indian Ocean.
Come on. Lebanon, Sri Lanka, East Timor, and Africa. From here, our reach extends to conflict zones the world over, including Afghanistan, of course.
So it's prime real estate for a mercenary.
Exactly. Latin America isn't as close as I'd like, but we have Amanda and her people to help in that department. And besides, the Seychelles government owes us a favor.
Owes us?
The Seychelles has strong ties to the east, which the West wanted to shake up. It came to a head 3 years ago, in an attempted coup. It was a force of South African mercenaries, with U.S. backing behind the scenes. They were only platoon size, but South Africa is home to some heavy PFs. Too much for the Seychelles to handle. In the end, they accepted help from the Tanzanian army and quelled the coup. We set up the deal and handled on-site tactical instruction. That led to some training work for the Seychelles military. And when we put down a mutiny within their forces, well, we made a lot of people happy. They don't pay us. They just let us have a piece of their offshore territory on the promise we'll come running if something else happens.
So we're bodyguards, too.
It's a good setup. We can only take Mother Base so far here. We'll have to find somewhere else when this place starts getting big.
Aren't you being a little hasty?
Nothing hasty about it. You're back with us now.
So, Kaz, the ship that took us from Cyprus, it used to be a whaler.
Yeah, a Japanese vessel. How was the voyage?
It was... stimulating.
Well, she was part of a whaling fleet up until a few years ago. Her displacement isn't anything to write home about, but she can really move. She still had plenty of life left in her, but then the work dried up. Global opposition to whaling has been mounting for years.
Is that right?
The push to ban it has been gaining traction for a little over a decade. Individual species came under protection as the years went on. And then 2 years ago, the IWC adopted a moratorium on commercial whaling. Several countries, including Japan, fought it to the bitter end. But eventually, most whaling companies had no choice but to throw in the towel. You ever tried whale snake?
Can't say that I have.
When I was a kid in Japan, practically everybody ate it.
That good, huh?
The country was poor in those days, and whale was cheap. International opinions changed since then. In any case, that's why we were able to get a bargain price on the ship. Of course, we did end up spending 5 times the purchase price in modifications. We had to really work to fit in all the ESM and communications gear while keeping the whaler look intact. Right now, she's going around conducting SIGINT missions. In the future, we plan to use her as a communications relay base between you and Mother Base, and also as a chopper resupply vessel. Diamond docks. The word diamond originally comes from the Greek adamas. It means indomitable, unyielding. Other words for the stones often mean eternal bond, fortitude, or purity. The same is true of the Star of Bethlehem flowers you laid on the boss's grave. They represent innocence, as well as chastity, yielding to no man while maintaining one's virtue. In other words, staying loyal to something.
Ocelot said the number of private forces is increasing, and they've modeled themselves after us.
They're a far cry from the likes of us.
But why? 9 years ago we made enemies of the world, as a nuclear-equipped force, independent of ideology or state.
Yes. Sooner or later, the real UN would have stepped in.
So why are they giving these PFs free reign?
That's our fault, too.
What do you mean?
What happened 9 years ago was a real problem for a lot of people. An organization as big as ours, with our facilities, was wiped off the map. Not an easy thing to hide. But if our existence came to light, so would the names of our clients. We had contracts all over, east and west, from superpowers to banana republics, the lot. Our clients denied all association with the likes of us. They had to make sure things didn't blow up on them. But at the same time, they missed us. They really missed us. The demand for armies for hire was as strong as ever. The international community turned a blind eye to what happened to us, despite still needing people who could do our jobs. History couldn't afford to lose us. As soon as we were gone, they needed a replacement. So private forces spread everywhere. And they're all just a phone call away.
But still.
I know. PFs are totally different from what we envisioned. Nation-states, revolutionaries, terrorists, they have a lot of clients. And Cypher is one of them. Cypher stays anonymous, but I know their work when I see it. In the eyes of those clients, the world's PFs are all just expendable pawns. The clients don't have to worry about losing their own men. Nobody knows they're involved, and PFs are cheap. In short, the world is chewing up soldiers and spitting them out. Even some of the old Mother Base's survivors are still working for PFs. Some guys created their own smaller forces. Others were taken on by emerging PFs. Everybody's gone their separate ways. But none of them are living their dream, because they're not fighting with you. Of course, I tried to headhunt as many of them as I could for Diamond Dogs. It was all a waste of time. They said they weren't interested without you to lead them, but now you're back. And everything's gonna change. We'll unite all private forces under you, transcending nations and economies. What is a nation? Just a patch of dirt. The bonds among us will surpass nations, and that's what'll put the world under our control. We'll establish a new kind of country, redefine the very concept of it. Even Cypher will be below us, an extraterritorial federation of military nations. The United States of Force. Once word of Big Boss's return starts traveling, that'll be our true deterrent against Cypher. In other words, no one will dare to come gunning for you.
How do you figure?
Cypher lacks a large-scale fighting force. PFs are the perfect tool for them. But those PFs revere you, the legendary Big Boss. If Cypher killed you now, they wouldn't take it lying down. Maybe they'd even go looking for revenge, but they definitely wouldn't keep doing Cypher's dirty work, even if it put their lives at stake. That's why it's no longer a benefit to Cypher to get rid of you. The very fact that you're alive is our greatest defense against Cypher.
Nice to know. It'll buy us some time while we get back to full strength.
Just keep in mind that what I'm saying is generalizing a lot. In practice, the PFs around the world don't know your face. Just declaring that you're Big Boss won't be enough to convince them. And if they see you as an enemy, they'll come at you with everything they've got.
Some hero.
That's why you need to bring them back to Mother Base. Show them on your terms that you really are the one and only Big Boss. Once you've proven that, they won't hesitate to join us. Snake, do you remember Amanda?
Yeah, I do.
Their revolution was a success. Somoza resigned, and Nicaragua has a new government. Amanda's really working hard for her country to be reborn.
Good for them.
She says she wishes Chico could be there.
That revolution was the dream. For Amanda, for Chico, and their father.
That chopper was no place for Chico to die. I'd like to at least think history will remember his part in the revolution.
When you pick up a gun, there's always a chance you'll die for nothing. He knew that as well as the rest. Now that he's gone, it's up to the rest of us to decide what it was all worth. If we don't, there's nothing to prove that Chico ever lived at all. We're his mark on the world.
Amanda told us that Strangelove contacted her after the revolutionaries came to power in Nicaragua. Strangelove, The AI researcher from Mother Base?
I remember her.
We'd lost touch with her, till Amanda heard from her out of the blue. She told Amanda she wanted to salvage Peace Walker's drive parts, or something from the bottom of Lake Nicaragua. Amanda passed the request on to her friends in the new administration. She's a national hero now, after all. So Strangelove got a Soviet military aircraft to transport something to somewhere. But apparently the cargo wasn't big enough to have been Peace Walker itself.
So what was it?
Who knows? We recovered Peace Walker's nuclear warhead ourselves 9 years ago. What could Strangelove have been after? Amanda said she didn't mention what her reason was or where she was headed. Nicaragua is a socialist state now. With Amanda vouching for her, the government didn't feel the need to concern itself with the details. All Strangelove told Amanda was that she was going to continue her research, and that the rest was a secret. Right before the attack, Huey was in the control tower to prepare for the inspectors. He was with them when it all went down. The control tower collapsed with the rest of it struck. His body was never recovered. But he was the one who met the inspection party when they arrived. And he was the one who showed the nuclear inspectors to the tower. You remember the way it went. First he recommends we agree to the inspection. Then he gives them the okay without our permission. All the time acting as if he was doing us a favor. On top of that, he even had the guards disarmed that day. It would send the wrong message, he said. Whatever the angle, it all leads back to Huey. I curse my own stupidity for not realizing sooner. Huey escaped with that unit by chopper. I've been hunting him for 9 long years. The other reason I was operating around Afghanistan was to dig up his location.
Huey's in Afghanistan?
Yes, and I have a good idea where. Now we just wait for the right moment. This time, we'll be the ones using him. He's going to tell us who our guests really were that used a fake nuclear inspection to blast our home into the ocean.
Alright, so there's one cassette tape I did not listen to, and I'm gonna save that. I'm basically going to listen to it, and from here on, listen to cassette tapes to test out the volume and make sure everything's working before each stream. So, that's all there is to that. Anyway, this is the end of the stream, so I don't know what I'll be streaming next time. It might be this. It might be Majora's Mask, but hope you're there for it. And thanks for watching if you did.